From the very beginning of life, from the moment a person is born, one must keep fighting, or so the hero of this story believed. These were the words he had in mind when he opened his eyes. A bright light appeared before him, and suddenly he was in a fighting arena. Warriors stood waiting for him as he stepped in with a majestic presence. Without hesitation, he leapt onto the first opponent and kicked him square in the face. He dashed toward the second, dodged a blow, and locked his arm around the man's neck, choking him until he fell to the ground. An overwhelming aura radiated from him as he turned to the third warrior. With one hand, he grabbed the man by the neck. With the other, he delivered a brutal punch. His gaze was sharp and terrifying, yet when his eyes fell upon his blood-stained hands, he froze, stunned. There he stood, in the middle of the arena, surrounded by the corpses of his enemies. The scene shifted to a wrestling ring. Someone was calling out to him, "Chen Boom." Startled, Chen turned and saw that it was his coach, shouting, "You scoundrel, what are you doing? Aren't you ready yet?" The crowd roared in support of Chen's opponent, Park Ho-jin. Fans wished Ho-jin good luck, jeered at Chen, and urged Ho-jin to kill him. They mocked Chen's record, 10 battles and 10 defeats. The referee called both fighters to the center of the ring. They greeted each other politely, after which Ho-jin, still smiling, told Chen they should finish the match quickly without tiring themselves. The judge instructed them to take their positions. Chen's coach shouted for him not to be nervous, telling him to do exactly as he had trained. The referee reminded them of the rules: no kicks to the face, no holds, and no attachments. Then he signaled for the fight to begin. Ho-jin began to move first, radiating confidence. Inwardly, he wondered what Chen was doing just standing there. To him, it was madness. In Chen's mind, the wrestling ring dissolved into the ancient Colosseum once again. His opponent taunted him, asking where he was looking, anger flashing across his own face. Ho-jin thought Chen's eyes were unfocused, almost empty, and mocked him further, asking why he had come if he was afraid. He promised not to make him worry, he would finish him off quickly. Ho-jin charged with full force, preparing for a decisive blow, but Chen did not move. In his thoughts, Chen told himself to get out of the way immediately. At the last moment, he dodged, and Ho-jin's fist met only air. Ho-jin was taken aback. He thought to himself that Chen had avoided the punch, and it was surprising. For a moment, he had nearly been beaten. Laughing, Ho-jin accused him of cowardice and promised to kill him properly. He launched a relentless series of punches, low, front, and side strikes, but Chen dodged each one without effort. Ho-jin kept swinging, but Chen's movements remained smooth and untouchable. Frustration grew in Ho-jin's mind. "Damn, this is unbelievable," he thought. "Why can't I hit him even once? Wasn't he supposed to be an idiot?" He began to wonder who he was really fighting. Then from Chen's body, an ominous aura began to seep into the air. Ho-jin, still attacking, shouted for him to keep dodging like a coward, but Chen only smiled. The aura around him thickened as he crouched low and struck. The blow landed with devastating force, drawing blood and sending Ho-jin to the floor. The crowd in Chen's mind became the Colosseum audience, screaming in excitement. The referee signaled a thumbs down. Back in the wrestling ring, Chen approached the fallen Ho-jin with rage in his eyes and told him to die. He unleashed a furious barrage of punches, repeating the word over and over. The Colosseum crowd roared, and Chen's expression twisted into a murderous smile. The referee tried to intervene, yelling at him to stop and calling him a scoundrel. But Chen shoved him aside and struck again, shouting for his opponent to die now. He raised his fist for a killing blow and instead slammed it into the mat beside Ho-jin's head. His coach rushed in, grabbing him and demanding to know what was wrong, asking if he had lost his mind. Chen's eyes seemed strange, as if he were no longer himself. From the stands, a new character appeared, a man in a red suit. He remarked on the strange fighter, saying Chen did not seem to regret anything. Standing beside him, another man was surprised. The one in the red suit, revealed to be the tournament president, noted that Chen had lost by disqualification but did not care in the slightest. The president said he wanted to meet Chen personally. His companion was shocked, saying he had expected Chen to be kicked out immediately. The president explained that before Ho-jin attacked, Chen had been standing still, almost in a coma. Yet even without a proper stance, He had delivered a counter that left Ho Jin dizzy. Furthermore, Chen had avoided every strike, toying with Ho Jin entirely. Could an amateur have done this? The other man asked what they were going to do. The president replied that fighters with such strength in the lightweight division were rare. With a mischievous smile, he suggested that perhaps it was time to unleash a beast in the cage, a wild, untamed creature, mad for combat. Thank you guys for watching this video. This is my first video. If you have any advice, tell me in the comments.